Okay. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Mama Chow's Spicy Wonton. So glad Mama Chow could join us. We had a brief hiatus last week. This week, we're going to talk about China just when it opened the economy in the 1985, when we were there, and kind of strange behaviors, protocol, whatever you want to call it, from locals there. And then when China was booming in the year 2000s, and also a different kind of strange behavior that we saw. So sort of like differences between the decades. And so, yeah, Mama Chow.
Okay, it's so funny. The attitude of Chinese developer from I cannot say they're poor, but they're underdeveloped by then until they become much richer. The attitude change you cannot imagine. Okay, remember we said we relocate back to China in 1985, October, near the holiday, Christmas and New Year. So in Beijing, the foreign company decided to throw a
Christmas party.
Christmas party for the counterpart of Chinese company.
Yeah, like their Chinese partner, like business.
Yeah, business.
Yeah.
The mainly is like CNPC, which is the China National Petroleum Corp, and Sinopec. Sinopec is the China Petroleum Chemical Corporation. So there's major two, but there's a little one. The invitation list, including other energy company of China as well. So your dad is one of the family we stay behind because we just landed. So we're not going back to the country. So we stay in Beijing. So he's the one of the organizer, represent the foreign energy company. So we send out the invitation list to the higher official of those company.
Okay.
For the people and their spouse, Mr. and Mrs.
So you said you sent an invitation to a lot of people in those Chinese top energy companies that this foreign company was doing business with. And you said, okay, you're inviting that person, the one, several people plus one guest, right? You said this is an invitation for you and one guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple. And the foreign company involved many. It's all the foreign energy company. Okay, so the hotel had the number of people invited. So they prepare the food, the table. So all arranged until the day comes. Shocks everywhere because I was there to help, to entertain those people.
Yeah.
When they show up, we really don't know what to do. When they show up, a lot of those families are coming more than two people. They introduce us to, this is my daughter, son-in-law. This is my son and daughter-in-law. So can you imagine we invite two become four? The quantity of the food has to be increased by the hotel kitchen. It's okay. They can just cook right away. And at the table, you have to prepare the extra space for the table. So we end up sitting in the corridor outside the hall.
Which is crazy because you're the host company that's hosting this event.
But
you shouldn't be in the corridor. I mean, instead and these are huge companies that were established. These are state-owned enterprises. When you talk about China National Petroleum Company, this is basically an arm of the government,
Yeah. They're huge state-owned company.
Yeah.
And the most funny thing is when it is buffet style. So I have to go back to the kitchen, tell them to cook this more, cook that more, because the food goes very fast.
So this is so this is an example of not as civilized or well adjusted to protocol, I guess. When you go to, corporate functions, you cannot bring extra family members. You're only usually allowed to bring one person, usually the spouse, right? Or your partner. So now we have to jump because interest of time, maybe early 2000s, another different
No,
kind of.
the funny thing have not told you yet.
Oh, okay,
The
okay.
most funny thing is when they pick up the dessert,
Yeah.
some
Oh, right.
people go, some people just go there, pick up the whole cake to the table. Usually just pick up one slice. So to make a dessert not that easy. You take time
Yeah.
to bake. Okay, that's about that incident. Okay, the opposite situation was happened to 2000s. I was working as consultant
Hmm.
to the government, and my responsibility is
A
like
Western government. You were in a
yeah,
Western government.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm living in Western country, so I'm represent the federal government as matchmaker
Hmm.
to arrange matchmaking service to promote our country's construction material, construction design, housing design expertise to
Hmm.
introduce to China in order to promote more export for the country,
From
export
from the Western country,
to
you're trying
China.
to, yeah, export to China. Right. Okay.
Yes, and also uh, my responsibility is entertain the incoming visitor from Chinese developer.
Hmm.
They might need some, service,
Hmm.
material, or expertise, such as like building design. So there's one incident. I was entertaining one group of developer,
When you say
which is
entertain, you're basic, not entertain, you're like hosting. You're trying to organize. You're organizing and
yes,
hosting, coordinating this thing. Yeah.
they the Chinese developer they will pay their own way
Hmm.
in their hotel, but
Okay.
all the meals and conference expenses,
Hmm.
translator, everything we have to pay.
Hmm.
This the foreign government has to pay, but that's okay. That's we because we united them.
Yeah.
Okay, this time is I have arranged this mini show like mini conference in the golf
Hmm.
club course. One of the developer coming is a very famous one.
Okay.
He's very famous in Beijing, Mr. Feng. Mr. Feng.
Okay. I'll show a picture. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, he's a kind of big shot, right? I was surprised he came.
Yeah. This is the big shot. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, you also met some other big shots, right? You met this one, this
yeah.
man.
This big shot I met in Beijing, not in
Yeah.
Shanghai, not
Not not in
not
the
in country.
conference, but you met this person in Beijing previously.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
in
So
Beijing.
anyway,
Okay,
yeah,
so
continue.
when they show up, the arrangement is like a half circle table, mini table, and our country's company driving travel from maybe a few hours driving from out of town to come here in order to meet up with the Chinese counterpart. Hopefully, there's some business to do.
Yeah.
So I was the one introduced both company,
Hmm.
Chinese and our construction company. After that, we hope the Chinese company will stand up, leave their table, approach our company to talk about business, what they want,
Well, they
what
need to
they
talk to each other, right? To get any business deal, you
yes,
have to talk. Yeah.
because the company here doesn't know what they want, so many things, but
Right.
the incoming company do know what they need.
Yeah. What kind of materials or
Yeah, service or
expertise?
expertise.
Yeah.
So, but they don't move. They sit there, don't move. So I walked to them. I said, you just have to get up and talk to the company.
You were telling
Maybe,
the Chinese developers. Yeah.
Chinese developer. You know what they said? They said, it's not our job. It's not my job. It's not my job. They're all CEOs.
Mm-hmm.
Some developer is very good, very big company,
Mm-hmm.
huge company. But they said the CEO is I never purchased anything. It's the purchase department. I said, why you are here?
But that's kind of ridiculous too, though, because like as a CEO, even if it's the purchase department that's calling, doing the purchase order, the CEO should know what they need in their business. It's kind of
They
ridiculous.
they want to come here just for sightseeing. From what I suspect, because in those time they did not come to this country a lot yet.
They weren't traveling
So
as much. Yeah.
no, they don't. Especially we are entertain them,
Hmm.
so they do not do anything. But so our countries come those construction material company was very unhappy because they travel, they
Yeah,
spend
they took
effort,
time out of their schedule. They
yeah.
traveled to come meet
So
and
there's
yeah.
nothing we can do. It's not a successful conference. But after that, we arranged two van.
Hmm.
One for Chinese developer. I was sitting with them. Another car is my boss
Hmm.
sitting with the local company. Just
Okay.
travel around the city. So in the car, the Mr. Feng
Yeah.
speak quite a bit because other developers does not want to speak. Because Mr. Feng looks like the big brother.
Big
He's
shot.
the boss,
He's a
big
big
shot.
shot. Yeah.
He's the big shot. So he was talking. He was talking. He's happy. When he first
Mhm.
talking, he was very happy until I speak. You know what he said? He said, "This trip is very educational.
Hmm.
This trip teaches a lot of things. The things we saw, they're all cheap. They're so cheap, very cheap. Just like in the 1970s, Japanese purchased Empire State Building.
It was actually
They
1990s, not 70s. 70s is
not
too soon. 1990s.
1990s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did spend lots of money to purchase. Japanese has lots of money those
Yeah.
by then. Whether they did buy as a sucker or as a investor, I cannot say. But they did purchase something,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, everything is so cheap, everything is so good." So here it comes to my turn. I said, "Excuse me, can I say something?" He said, "Oh, of course, you can say something." So I said, "Okay, we all welcome you come to here. Try, hopefully we can do some business."
Hmm.
But today you said you are happy, everything is so cheap. It's not up to you to say everything is so cheap. It is cheap, but you cannot compare yourself to Japanese who spend real money.
Right.
Until now, you have not spent a dime. You just talk. So I said, in the future, you might be richer, wealthier than Japan. I
Hmm.
don't know. But until today, you cannot say that.
Yeah. You're all
But
talk. We haven't seen anything. Right.
yeah, just talk. And then he did not say anything. He said, "You, Mama Chow, you really have a sharp tongue."
How did he
I said,
say it in Chinese?
你的嘴好厉害. So I asked him, I said, if I say anything wrong, correct me. I
Hmm.
will admit my mistake. Just
Yeah.
tell me. I'm something I say was wrong.
Yeah.
And he shut up. The whole trip, nobody said anything. It was a boring trip. Because since I say something, everybody
Everybody was quiet.
everybody was quiet. So,
So is this we talked about this before. So is this symptom, the first example was the 1980s. They just opened the economy. They were not very civilized, you can say, did not know how the protocol when you go to these corporate events. Now in 2000s, you cannot say they're not civilized. These are big real estate developers, right? But I guess they had a chip on their shoulder. Maybe they felt like they had to show off that they were big shots, I guess. They had a bigger sense of their ego, maybe, than fit the reality. I don't know.
So that's a two incident you can compare.
Yeah,
Their attitude change.
yeah. Well, this is an interesting episode about China and transition and different behaviors over the decades.
But in
Don't
the
forget,
future, I think we can talk more about their attitude
yeah,
next time.
yes. I can also give examples when I was at Treasury, when Chinese officials and wealthy individuals, their comments about Secretary Paulson. He was a Treasury Secretary at the time, which is also shows different in Chinese kind of thinking and behavior. But anyway, that's for a future episode. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, until next time,
Okay, thank you for watching.
bye.